That is a big animal.
Well, I was asking for an octopus.
Yeah.
You got it.
It's our 4th one for this watch. It's pretty good. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's really putting on a show for us.
Yeah, he seems a little.
That's fantastic.
Unnerved.
I wish we could see the other end.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, could you
I
a
can't get
little
over
to
this.
the
This
left?
is amazing.
Turn around, please.
Do you think it's doing this for like, kind of
A little wider video?
making us think is so big and
He's
threatening?
coming towards
Just
us.
gently back off a bit.
Yeah.
He wants us to know that he's too big to slurp.
It's like a parachute.
Oh,
Look at
cool.
Are you distraught after the recent presidential election? Here at Don't Cry Cryo, we understand your pain, and we're here to help. Our expert team of cryogenic care providers can cryogenically freeze you until the Trump presidency has ended. No more crying, no more anxiety attacks, just blissful sleep until Trump is gone. When you awaken from your slumber, we'll even have a party ready and waiting for you. It will be like his presidency never even happened. It was all just a bad dream. As an added bonus, you can choose the Vance add-on package. We'll extend your sleep for an additional 4 years at a 50% discount in the event J.D. Vance wins the next presidential election. Everything will be okay. We're here to take care of you in your time of need. So remember, don't cry, cryo.
Where am I? Oh, please tell me it's over. Wait, something isn't right.
This is your captain, Elon Musk. I want to be the first one to welcome you to Mars. Sorry, Donald Trump Jr. was just elected president, and he deported all Don't Cry Cryo customers to Mars.
What the...
This is the second longest train journey in the entire world, and down at the end of this hall is the room where we're going to be spending the next 96 hours. This is prestige class. It is the nicest room that you can book on the train. This wraparound sofa faces this huge window, and at night, this wall actually pulls down and becomes a bed. There's also a TV, a little closet where you can hang your clothes, and best of all, your own private bathroom with a private shower. But even though this room is super nice, let me show you where we spend most of the day hanging out. All the drinks at this bar are included for prestige class passengers. Then at the very back of the train, there's this beautiful lounge area, but the best part is up these stairs. These take you to the observation deck, and there's a glass dome that actually sticks up above the rest of the train, so you get a top-down view of the entire journey. Also, if you're curious, this train is called the Canadian by Via Rail, and it runs between Vancouver and Toronto.
I didn't even feel it. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the fuck out. I'm fucking him up, Ariel. I'm fucking him up. He hits like a bitch. It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
Oh, I'm feeling beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me.
These guys found a rock that just wanted to send it. Don't worry, no one was hurt in this video.
Got this, boys. We've got this, boys. Oh! Oh! Oh!
This thing is huge, cuz. I've lost it.
Oh, he's going.
It's gonna lift.
Has it?
Well, it's just an air time.
Oh, is that it? Oh, we're back. We're back. Holy. Oh! Holy. Oh my God. Oh! Let's go! Oh!
I think the firmament, pi, and Nikola Tesla's 369 theory are all connected. This video might blow your mind. So I started looking at pi, and you're basically just measuring a circle. I just stared at this image for a few minutes, and then the Bible verse popped into my head about looking over the circle of the earth. The more I looked at what pi actually is, I found out that you can't really create a dome or an arch in architecture without using pi. So then I started to think, are they measuring the firmament with pi? And then for some reason I kept thinking of Nikola Tesla's 369. So in Kings 7:23, it says, "Then he made the sea," I think this is the waters above, "of cast metal. It was round 10 cubits from brim to brim and 5 cubits high, and a line of 30 cubits measured in circumference." So I started plugging numbers into pi to see if these worked. Stick with me, this is all gonna pull together and it's crazy. I had ChatGPT run the math on 3.33 repeating instead of the 3.14 number. For a circle with a radius of 10 units, when you replace pi with 3.33, it converts to 66.6. So the biblical value of pi as derived from 1 Kings 7:23 and 2 Chronicles 4:2 appears to be an approximation of 3, but some interpretations suggest it might imply a slightly more precise value, such as 3.3 repeating. So it says the verse doesn't account for the basin's thickness. If the measurement of 10 cubits refers to the outer diameter and the circumference of 30 cubits refers to the inner circumference, the true ratio would increase slightly. And here it just breaks down the math. Keep in mind, this is the quantum computing model, and look at what they call the particles. Qubits, just like in the Bible. And we can energy harvest with piezoelectric, pi. And the hemisphere would come out to 999. Keep in mind, this is what a hemisphere actually is. So then I asked it to create an image of a geodesic dome over a flat earth model utilizing 3.33 repeating as pi. Guys, my mind is shook. It has the sacred hexagons, and hexagons are the most powerful energy producers. And it even put in a hexagon grid completely on its own. And it looks like it took an ancient astrology map and applied it to the bottom. It looks just like this, and this perfectly explains why Polaris is in the middle and the rest of the stars rotate and how we get our astrology. Not to mention that this looks exactly like this, and this looks exactly like this. And this is an image that ChatGPT created when I asked it to make a 369-degree circle. How weird is it that it even has the circles on the outsides just like this one does? So then I asked, how might 3, 6, and 9 be relevant in this model? And it says 3 as the central point from which all else radiates. 6 could represent intermediate points or radial lines dividing the Earth into sections similar to a hexagonal layout. 9 could symbolize the outer edge or boundary often associated with the ice wall, making the completion of the structure, which made me think of the black hole sun model that states that all of creation comes from the North Star and the black hole sun, like meeting at the North Pole and then projecting all of reality outwards. So on this model, I think the North Pole would be 3, the ice wall would be 9 because that's completion, and then where we live is 6, where creation and completion meet halfway in the middle. 3, 6, 9. So a lot of us know about the ley lines. Ley lines are basically just energy grid lines that people theorize connect us to free energy. Almost all important structures like the Statue of Liberty, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the pyramids, they all fall on like vertices of the ley lines. I think that the energy coming out of the black hole sun is meeting at the vertices on the 369 geodesic dome. I sound nuts, but whatever. And I think that this is somehow creating the ley lines. Remember, Tesla's whole thing was free energy and harnessing electric. I truly do believe that this is the great mystery around 369 and that it's really just the firmament and that the pie they give us is not true pie. So then I started talking to ChatGPT about it again. It says, some flat earth theories propose that the firmament has properties that refract or distort light. If the firmament were a geodesic dome centered on the North Pole, the highest point of the dome could potentially create unique effects on the light and visibility. At the North Pole, light might behave differently as it interacts with this apex, possibly creating phenomena like the aurora borealis or other atmospheric effects in this region. This could be explained by theories that suggest the dome has refractive or reflective properties that affect how we perceive light and celestial objects. In this model, the geodesic dome might influence air currents and weather patterns, particularly if the dome is seen as a barrier containing Earth's atmosphere. With the North Pole as the dome's center, circular or spiraling weather patterns might radiate outward, contributing to the concept of the polar vortex or other weather phenomena that start from the poles and move outward. This also validates climate zones, and this scripture blew my mind when I realized this. So this is when he comes back for his bride. It says, "The voice of my beloved, behold he comes, leaping over the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. There he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, looking through the lattice." Do you guys know what it's called when you weave pie crust together on top like this? A lattice. Pie. It's measuring the firmament. This is a lattice. This is a lattice. They're both pie, except one's a pastry. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's coincidental. I don't think it is. I think God is like hilarious. The first person to accurately estimate pi was literally named Archimedes. They're telling us. I don't believe most of these people in history were real. And if they were, there was like fake stuff about them. And think of the word piety. It means religious or holy. Pie. They're saying that the person operates in a way of like being beyond the firmament. Like they're godly. They're complete. Fibonacci spiral. SPI. Spiral. Pi is in there. Piano starts with pi. The piano has 88 keys. There were 88 books in the original Bible. There's 88 constellations divided into 7 octaves. 7 is God's number and cycles of 12 keys. In the book of Enoch, there's 12 stargates that the sun and moon come and go from. Pine cone. The occult worships the pine cone. The pine cone has 369 in it. Pilot. They are flying across the skies next to the firmament. Epiphany. There's PI in there. That's the revelation of Christ. Pineal gland, which is shaped like a pine cone. It has 369 built into it. Pioneer. Pioneer. Creating something. You're pioneering it. Let me know what you guys think, or if you have anything to add to this. I would love to hear it because I'm so interested in this topic and I'm like mind blown at the images that it created and like the pieces I was able to connect. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm completely crazy. Don't listen to a word I say.
morning. Good morning, my baby bunny. Good morning, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 7. Where's number 8? Shooting around that again. Hey, here we go. Right. Shall we count? Copper. 1. 2. 3. 4. Yeah, there's 8 there. 5. Hang on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Do you want me to come and get that for you, sweetheart? Because I'm here. Because I'm a rubbish throw. Yeah. You can be burning.
Hey, let's write something. What rhymes with even? As in, I don't get mad, I get even.
I touched my grandma in semen. My uncle touched me before I got beaten. Once a kid enters my basement, he ain't leaving. The plane's headed for the towers, ain't skimming. The planes inside the towers aren't leaving. Both towers are now leaving.
Let's say China. 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 You go over to China. 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 You take China. 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 I love them. China. 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 I have to have my China. China. China because China. 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 China, 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 China now, China, China. You know, China. I know China very well. China, 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 China. China, China, China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me, China. China, 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 China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China. China in particular. China. China. I have people that I know in China. 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 China, 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 China. I've been saying China, 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 China.
Let me ask you about China.
China. I go to China. China, 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 China. People from China, they love me. China. China, 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 China. In China, they say I don't like China. I love China. People think I don't like China. I love China. China. China is the new China, by the way. China, China, China. I deal with China. China, China, big league, China. So don't tell me about China. I know China. China, 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 China. Whether it's China, China. So if you went to China and you wanted to get a job in China, I don't knock China. How could I dislike China? A man from China. China. You have China. Carl, take China. China.
Federal Reserve System is a scam. Any questions? If you have the courage to read the Federal Reserve Act, you talk about boring, but it's all in there. The United States Congress passed a law, which in essence was a cartel agreement for all the major banks to come together and share the market. and control the market to their advantage.
The constitutional dollar is defined as a weight of gold or silver. The genius of the Federal Reserve Plan was it inserted a man in the middle in 1913 between the Constitution and the people in the form of the Federal Reserve. And that was the introduction of the Fed dollar. It's not the dollar that is defined by the Constitution. It's a note that's issued by the Federal Reserve.
The power to actually print the money is the basis for the whole inflationary system. Doesn't mean they actually print the money and spend it. That's what the Treasury used to do in the Civil War. But it's a more sophisticated way of doing it. They write out checks out of thin air, buy bonds with it, and then the checks or the deposits on the Fed then go out into the system.
Now that we have the Federal Reserve System, now that we have a means of creating money ourselves, creating money, the purpose of tax has become very narrow. We can fund everything we want to do simply by creating the money. We still need the tax, primarily as a social mechanism, as a means of engineering society, as a means of control. That's what they have the taxes for.
Before every election, our representatives would like to make us think we're getting a tax break. And they're able to do it while at the same time actually raising our taxes because of a bit of magic they have in their kit bag. That magic is inflation. They reduce the tax rates, but the taxes we have to pay go up because we are automatically shoved into higher brackets by the effect of inflation. A neat trick, taxation without representation.
君不见究竟画马且多情，我自以画一剑，自拨云中月。
the Swiss Mile robot.
Yo solo quiero que me bailes el eterno.
The elevator tracks go on the inside edge of each pillar. The main visitor elevators are double-decker elevators, which go up and down at a slant. After you buy your tickets, you go in at the base and get on at the top or bottom cabin. Originally, it was intended for passengers to sit down during the ride, but today the elevators only have standing room. You can get off at the first floor or keep going up to the second floor. What's interesting here is that the angle of ascent gets steeper from the first to the second floor, so the passenger cabins must adjust for that. The machinery for the elevators is hidden underneath the base. You can even take a tour and see this up close. Of course, if you're looking for a little more of a workout, you can use the stairs.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
I got 3 favorite cars that get most of my job done.
Conjunction, junction, what's their function?
I got and, but, and, or, they'll get you pretty far. And, that's an additive, like this and that. But, that's sort of the opposite, not this, but that. And then there's or, O-R. When you have a choice like this,
bet you won't take your mask off, man. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Cause you a bitch. Cause you a bitch. Cause you a bitch. Shut up, nigga. You a bitch. Shut up,
Why does Greenland look so huge on a world map? Or why does Africa seem so small? This is how we see Russia and Africa on a map, but this is their real size. On the other hand, Africa is a whopping 14 times bigger than Greenland. We can do the same with Russia and South America. This is how we see them on a map. And this is their real size. It's all thanks to a clever but misleading trick of cartography. Our planet is a sphere, but maps are flat. To squeeze a 3D globe onto a 2D surface, cartographers have to make some compromises. The most common projection, the Mercator projection, is great for navigation but distorts the size of landmasses, especially near the poles. While the Mercator projection is still widely used, there are other options. The Gall-Peters projection, for instance, is equal area, meaning landmasses are accurately represented in size. However, it distorts the shape of continents, making them look stretched and unnatural. The Winkel-Triple projection is a popular compromise, minimizing distortion in both size and shape. It's the projection used by National Geographic. But the truth is, no flat map can perfectly represent our spherical planet. Every projection has its strengths and weaknesses. Ultimately, it depends on the intended use and our operational requirements.
I designed 3D printable dueling bishops. This way you can snipe your opponent from across the board. And if you duel the other bishop just right, you can pop its top off. After making a collapsing king, a catapulting rook, and a pawn that turns into a queen, all that's left to redesign is the knight.
建物の1階はもう水の下です。
When a wombat is attacked by predators, it will just run back to its den and plug the entrance with its butt, because much of their butt is made of thick cartilage, which is apparently quite scratch and bite resistant. And if a predator manages to stick its mouth in the den, it will use its butt to crush the predator's head up against the ceiling. Wombat will just kill the predators by twerking them to death.
I've been having dreams, jumping on a trampoline, flipping in the air. I never land, just floating. As I'm looking up, suddenly the sky erupts. Flames alert the trees, spread to fallen leaves. Now they're been having dreams, splashing in the summer stream, tripping, I fall in.